You got dressed this morning and something felt off. You stood at the mirror longer than usual. You couldn't name it. You just knew. And the truth? For most women with fine or thinning hair, that feeling isn't random. It's one thing, the wrong cut. A style that's pulling the volume out instead of putting it back. Adding years instead of shaving them off. And I'm not talking 1 or 2 years. I mean the kind of tired that settles into a face before you've even left the house. In part 3, I'm going to show you the one cut that takes almost no maintenance and immediately makes fine hair look twice as full. It's the one most women walk right past at the salon. You deserve to know this. I researched the worst style and beauty mistakes and the best fixes for women over 60, so you get real results, fast. If you haven't already, hit subscribe. I cover this every week. Part 1. The Blunt Bob Trap. Why it's draining your face. Here's something that almost nobody in the hair world will tell you straight. You could walk into a salon today, show your stylist a photo of a gorgeous blunt bob, and walk out looking older than when you walked in. Not because the cut is ugly, because it is doing something very specific to fine hair, and most stylists don't even realize they're doing it to you. This is the mistake I see most. Quietly. Constantly. In salons and photos, on women who clearly put time and effort into how they look. And it's costing them more than they know. Here's the retention thing I need you to hold on to before we go any further. A close friend of mine heard this and immediately called her stylist the same afternoon. That's how fast it clicks when you understand what's actually happening to your hair. The blunt bob. Jaw length, perfectly even, cut straight across the bottom. It sounds clean. It sounds elegant. It sounds like exactly the kind of polished look that suits a woman of a certain refinement. And it can look stunning on thick hair. On fine hair, it does the opposite of everything you want. Here's why it works against you. Fine hair has very little weight to begin with. A blunt cut adds what stylists call visual weight at the bottom. A heavy horizontal line right at the jaw. And that line pulls the eye downward. It flattens your cheekbones. It shortens your neck. And it pushes the fullest point of the cut to the very spot where your face is already at its widest. The result? Your face reads heavier, flatter, and older in photographs than it has any right to. That specific choice is quietly adding 4 to 6 years to how your face reads. Every single day, in every mirror, in every photo. Yes. That's simple. The fix isn't dramatic. You don't need to go short. You don't need to go long. You just need to move the length and break up the line. A layered bob that falls just past the collarbone changes everything. The layers create movement, and movement is volume. Instead of one flat line at the jaw, you have soft graduated layers that catch light at different depths. Your cheekbones lift because the eye travels upward through the layers rather than dropping straight down to a blunt edge. The length past the collarbone elongates your neck and creates a vertical line that reads slimmer, softer, and fresher. The maintenance difference is almost nothing. You're not asking your stylist to do something complicated. You're asking them to stop taking all the length to one place and start spreading it through the midsection instead. That's the entire shift. There's also something about the texture it gives fine hair that I don't hear talked about enough. Layers create separation, and separation looks like volume. Even when the hair itself hasn't changed at all, your actual amount of hair is the same. The way it reads in the light is completely different. If you're still asking for a blunt jaw length bob, tell your stylist this. Layered bob, collarbone length, soft graduation through the midsection. That sentence gets you most of the way there. One maintenance tip. Ask your stylist to revisit the layers every 8 weeks, not 12. Fine hair loses layer definition faster. Keeping the layers fresh is what keeps the volume alive between cuts. What I'm sharing next is the one that surprises most women the most, because it's a style that feels safe, and that's exactly what makes it dangerous. Part 2. The safety style that's playing it too safe. Have you ever looked at your hair and thought, it's fine. It's just fine. Nothing's really wrong with it, but nothing feels right either. And you can't quite figure out what's missing. That's the feeling I want to talk about. Because that specific feeling, that quiet flatness, that sense of something being almost there, it usually has one cause. And it's not the color. It's not the products. It's the shape. Keep this next part close, because this is the one that changes how you feel when you walk into a room. The cropped mushroom cut. It's everywhere on women over 60. Short on the sides, rounded over the top, sitting close to the head. It looks neat. It looks manageable. It feels like the sensible choice when hair gets finer and harder to style. And that's the problem, because sensible and stunning are not the same thing, and this particular cut is working against your natural elegance in ways that are surprisingly easy to fix. Here's the truth most stylists won't say directly. A rounded shape that sits close to the head makes fine hair look thinner, not thicker. You can see every bit of scalp because the cut hugs the head rather than creating space between the scalp and the hair. And the rounded silhouette echoes the shape of the head itself, which means there's no visual contrast. No lift. No drama. No moment where the shape does something for your bone structure. This is actively pulling the energy out of your face. That rounded, flat silhouette is flattening your cheekbones and making your eyes read smaller. And it's doing it quietly every single day. Write this one down. What works instead, and what most women in their 60s are moving toward in 2026, is a textured pixie with height. Not a severe pixie. Not a buzzed military crop. A soft, textured pixie that has deliberate volume built at the crown and soft, lived-in texture through the sides and nape. The height at the crown does two things at once. It creates a vertical line that lengthens the face and lifts the eye upward, which reads as fresher, more awake, and younger in the way that actually counts. And it creates contrast between the shape of the cut and the shape of the skull, which is what gives any hairstyle its visual energy. No contrast means no life. Height creates contrast. I watched a woman in a salon chair last week. Stunning bone structure, natural elegance you'd notice from across the room, and she kept saying to the stylist, "Just clean it up." She didn't know what she was actually asking for, and what she got was a neater version of the thing that was holding her back. She left looking tidy. She could have left looking transformed. The specific ask that gets you closer. Tell your stylist you want the top to sit at least an inch off the scalp and the texture to be visible rather than combed flat. Those two instructions alone shift the entire result. The swap. If you're still in the rounded crop, ask for a soft textured pixie with crown height and a tapered nape. The difference in volume and lift is immediate. Your natural elegance has always been there. The shape just needs to stop hiding it. Maintenance for this cut is simple. Every 5 to 6 weeks for a reshape is enough to keep the crown height clean. Don't wait longer, because fine hair loses the structure of the top first, and that's the part doing the most work for you. There's one thing about the next style that nobody in this space talks about, and it's the reason part 3 is the one people message me about most. That's next. Part 3. The forgotten cut that does everything at once. Most women walk straight past this one. And I completely understand why. It doesn't have a dramatic name. It doesn't come with a celebrity attached to it. It doesn't trend loudly on any platform. And because of that, because it's quiet and understated, it gets overlooked by women who could be wearing it and looking absolutely stunning. This is the one I want you to remember. Because once you understand what it does for fine hair specifically, everything else in this video clicks together. Here's the thing that'll make this land harder before I name it. Every woman I've recommended this cut to, every single one, has said some version of the same thing afterward. Why did no one tell me about this years ago? The soft shag. Not the version from decades past that sits heavy and shapeless. The modern interpretation. A shoulder length or just below chin shag with feathered layers through the crown, wispy face framing pieces from the temples, and a subtle curtain fringe option for those who want it. Here's why it works so specifically for fine thinning hair. The feathered layers through the crown aren't just decorative. They are doing structural work. They create separation between individual strands, and separation reads as volume to the eye. Your brain doesn't see the absence of hair. It sees the presence of movement and light between layers. That's the secret. Volume is about light and space, not just mass. The face framing pieces from the temples are doing something equally important. They soften the area around your eyes and cheekbones, drawing attention directly to those beautiful features, while creating a visual frame that lifts the entire face. It's the difference between a window with a frame and a window without one. The frame is what makes everything inside it pop. This specific cut is doing something most women don't realize. It's creating the optical illusion of density without adding a single strand of hair. And there's one thing about the curtain fringe option that's worth knowing. If your forehead is something you've always been self-conscious about, too long, too short, too wide, a soft curtain fringe that parts naturally in the center and falls to the brow is one of the most forgiving, most elegant solutions available for women over 60. It works on almost every face shape. It softens the forehead. And it doesn't require maintenance as intense as a straight blunt fringe. The swap. If you've been wearing a one-length style or a blunt cut and wondering why your hair looks flat by midday, a soft modern shag is your answer. The swap isn't about removing volume you don't have. It's about reshaping what you do have so that light can move through it properly. Ask your stylist for this specifically. Shoulder length, feathered graduation from the crown through the mid-lengths, soft face framing pieces from the temples, and if you're open to it, a curtain fringe parted in the center. That description will get you 90% of the way there in any skilled stylist's hands. Image, after. A woman aged 60 to 70 with a beautifully executed modern soft shag at shoulder length, feathered layers through the crown with visible movement, wispy face framing pieces at the temples, soft curtain fringe, silver-toned hair with natural texture and lift, fine lines at outer eyes and mouth, real skin texture with natural pores, warm radiant smile, eyes bright and alive, wearing a refined cardigan worn closed over a high-neck top, standing in a warm salon interior with soft background bokeh, photorealistic, warm flattering light, no text, no watermarks, no logos, aspect ratio 16:9. For maintenance, this cut benefits from a light texturizing spray on damp hair before you dry it. Something that adds grip and separation to the layers. Don't brush it out after. Use your fingers to gently lift and separate the crown layers while you dry. That's what keeps the volume and movement alive through the day without adding products that weigh fine hair down. Coming up next, the final part covers the one element most women forget when they've found the right cut. And without it, even the most perfect hairstyle for fine hair can fall flat by noon. For maintenance, this cut benefits from a light texturizing spray on damp hair before you dry it. Something that adds grip and separation to the layers. Don't brush it out after. Use your fingers to gently lift and separate the crown layers while you dry. That's what keeps the volume and movement alive through the day, without adding products that weigh fine hair down. Coming up next, the final part covers the one element most women forget when they've found the right cut. And without it, even the most perfect hairstyle for fine hair can fall flat by noon. Part 4. The element that keeps the cut alive. You can have the most perfect cut for fine hair. Layered right, shaped right, the fringe falling exactly where it should. And then you get home, you sleep on it, you wash it, and by 10 o'clock the next morning it looks like none of that ever happened. That's not a failure of the cut. That's a missing piece. And this last part is about finding it. Most women, once they find the right hairstyle, put all their trust in the cut itself. They think, if the shape is right, the hair will do the right thing. And for thick hair, that's mostly true. For fine, thinning hair, the cut is only half of the equation. Hold this thought, because what I'm about to tell you is the detail that takes everything you just learned in this video and makes it actually last. The texture you put into fine hair before it dries. That's what makes or breaks the day. Not afterward. Before. When hair is still damp and the cuticle is still open, it takes whatever you give it and holds it as it sets. Smooth it flat while it's wet, it will dry flat. Give it separation and lift while it's wet, it will dry with separation and lift. This is the one thing I wish someone had told me years ago. I spent so long putting products into dry hair trying to fix it after the fact. You can't build structure into dry hair. You can only dust the surface of it. The structure has to go in while it's wet. This is what's actually aging your style. Not the cut, not the color. It's the flat, lifeless texture that sets in because the volume was never built at the foundation. Here's what that actually looks like in practice. After washing, don't towel dry aggressively. Press the water out gently. Rough towel drying breaks fine hair and disrupts the cuticle. Then, while the hair is still damp, not soaking, just damp, apply a lightweight volumizing mousse or a texturizing foam. Nothing heavy. Nothing that coats. You want something that adds grip and body without adding weight. Work it through the roots first, then the mid-lengths. Then lift. Use your fingers. not a brush, to gently lift sections at the crown while you direct the dryer at the roots from underneath. This is called root lifting, and it's the single most effective technique for creating volume in fine hair that holds across the day. The swap. If you've been applying product to dry hair and wondering why the volume doesn't hold, move the product to damp hair and move the technique to underneath the root. Those 2 shifts alone will change your morning. And one more thing that works with every one of the 3 cuts from this video. A small section of Velcro rollers placed at the crown for 10 minutes while you finish the rest of your routine. It sounds old-fashioned. It works better than almost anything else on fine hair. Those rollers set the lift at the root while the hair cools and the structure becomes permanent. You remove them, shake gently, and the volume is there. Real volume. The kind that lasts. That's what your bone structure deserves. Not a style that looks right at the salon and falls flat by lunch, but volume that stays with you. Volume that moves when you move and catches the light the way your natural elegance always meant it to. Maintain this routine consistently, and you'll notice a difference within the first week. Not gradually. That fast. The next mistake is the one I see most often on women who already have the right cut, and it's the most expensive one to fix if you leave it too long. I'll cover that next time. You just learned the 3 cuts that do the most for fine, thinning hair after 60. And the one technique most women skip that keeps the volume alive all day. You figured out in one sitting what it takes most women years to land on by accident. Boom! Your hair was always capable of this. Now you know exactly what to ask for. Tell me in the comments, which of these 3 styles are you most drawn to? And which mistake had you been making without even knowing it? I read every single one. Next time, we're getting into the one coloring mistake that adds 5 years to fine hair overnight. And it's not what you'd expect. Like this video, subscribe to Timeless Wisdom Path, and I'll see you in the next one.